Oh, listen to that music. It's wedding season, you all. Welcome to Ricoma Craft. Today, we're doing a wedding episode. You know, wedding is a big thing today. And there's so much you can do with your wedding to be able to make stuff and sell it, and the sky's the limit of what you can be doing. We're going to make a memory today. My granddaughter just got engaged, so I got some stuff interesting for her, and maybe she will use it, maybe she wouldn't. I don't know. And so I want to pass on some history, and I'm going to teach you all some history today. Before we get started with the embroidery, I just want to show you the wedding gown behind me. It's 64 years old. This is actually their wedding picture. I have the newspaper article that was put in the newspaper where she got married. I still have mine. Do you have yours? I have my antique pearls on that was handed down, and pearls was a big thing to hand down from generation to generation, from mother to daughter to granddaughter. So was handkerchief. So today I'm using a linen handkerchief. I want to show you. And what I'm going to do is I ironed this with Material Magic, and it makes it really stiff. And then I'm going to use water soluble because we really don't want no cutaway stabilizer on the back, because this is going to be a handkerchief. And I'm just going to crease the middle from corner to corner. And that will give me a line because it's going to go on point. And I got my mighty hoop here. And I'm just going to lay this right in the center. And I'm going to put the mighty hoop on there. And I'm just going to pull this a little bit tight. And I got my crease right there so I can see. Now, this is the one I done earlier. And I did it on white. And this is something, and it's got 2 rings in here, and you can put their initials in there and the date that they got married right in here. So there's so much you can do. Now, I did this for Ray and Isabel, and so this was done with black ribbon, and I laced it up around the edge with black ribbon here, and I used black thread to embroider out the ribbon in the Isabel and Ray, and it's January 10th, 2026. And so what I did was I had all different sizes of ribbon here that I tested out. And then I choose the ribbon that would go with their name inside the ribbon. So that's something you have to do, is test to see what you can do. Now, I'm going to tell you some history here in a little bit about the handkerchiefs, because this is something that can be passed down from generation to generation. And I'm going to show you one that was passed down to me from my mother and her mother, and it's something cherished to me. So let's get started on embroidering on this, and we can go ahead and talk about all the different things that I made for this episode. Let's take the hoop to the machine. Let's get started. Okay, I'm just going to slide the hoop on. Make sure it locks in. I'm going to make this a blue, and I'm going to use the baby blue. There's the baby blue, and I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to lock it in the embroidery mode, yes, to proceed. Now I'm going to do the trace. Remember, the trace goes to needle 1. That's good, because it leaves me enough room down here at the bottom where I can actually put the bride's names and her husband's to be and the date that they got married right there too later on. So I'm going to go ahead and push start. while it's embroidering the handkerchief, I'm going to show you what I made. If you're on the creator community Facebook group, if you own a creator, you better join, because I made a post asking, can you guess what this is? I was making this. This is what I was making, these little, I had to do 63 of these, and some little ones for the handle, and a base. Isn't this adorable? These linked in together, and you just weaved them in and made it. And wouldn't the little girl look so cute going down the aisle, dropping the rose petal, and then I put blue ribbon in it. Now, this one here, I'm going to undo it from the baby doll. There's a little poem, and it will be in the link below about this. This is a handkerchief. This was a handkerchief that was my grandmother's, and when my mother got married, she gave it to her, and when I got married, she gave it to me. This is a bouquet of flowers, and they're wrapping the handkerchief around it for something old, and then tying the bow on it if they want a bow. And it's something that they can carry and show what and it's got something old with them, the tradition. Now, this double wedding ring quilt right here. The double wedding ring quilt was made for my brother. And my grandmother and great-grandmother and my mother worked on it. And the only fabric that they bought was this pink fabric. And this was done way back in the 30s. And so my mother gave it to me. And this is something I cherish. So this is what we're wanting to do, is create history, create memories with our children. I really like this blue, how well it turned out. And see, down here at the bottom, I can add the bride's name. This is the only time the bride gets to go, her first name gets to go first during the wedding. After that, it's Mr. and Mrs. John, whatever the name is. And the bride's name's first, groom's second, and then the date. So now, I'm going to trim this water-soluble away on the back. And I'm just going to give it a rough trim right now, just to show you. You want to get it as close as you can. I'm just going around it really fast for you, to show you how I did it. You don't want to cut your handkerchief. Now, what I do is I put this in a warm water and let it set till this dissolve, and then let it air dry. And then I'll take some magic sizing, material magic again, and iron it till it gets nice and crisp again. And that's what it is. And this is something that it can be passed down from generation to generation. And you got other areas where they can embroidery on their names and date where they got married. And this can be really something special. And I hope you like this episode, because this is history here. My old hankies that we called. And now remember, in the link below, I'm going to give you the poem for the hat. And I'm going to give you some history about the handkerchiefs, how they came about, why we used them, and it's really interesting, the history. So remember, subscribe, like, and share. And tell me how you like this episode. And if there's anything else that you would like for me to do, I will be glad to do it. Just drop it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.